Okay. We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
All right. We are live. Is this the correct one?
Oh yeah, we are now brand new.
Make sure the audio is good.
Check, test. I'm entertaining you while we...
There we go. We're live.
Right.
We are live.
Let's get that volume down. Folks, I don't know what to say. So we started in episode 68. Episode 68, Welcome to Cover Your Balls, hosted by Mitch Bala, Sam Summers, Gianni Capuano. I'm Mitch Bala. It's about 6:52, November 3rd. New link. Hopefully we'll get some people in here. So we did about 25 minutes of an episode. We had no sound.
It was practice.
Yeah,
It's
we were
practice.
just practicing.
Started again, and the sound was almost as choppy as the Atlanta Braves chants. And congratulations to the Atlanta Braves for winning the 2021 World Series. A little applause for you. Jorge Soler, World Series MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Plouffe with I guess a $25 million win. He called the Braves over the Astros in 6 back in March. I'm going to have to do some fact check on that $25 million win.
That's only what I heard from a source.
That would be the largest win in Las Vegas history, if I'm not mistaken. You win $25 million from Vegas, you're gonna have your hand broken, especially for an ex-MLB player like Trevor Plouffe. That's a little fishy.
Yeah, you're right. Especially since he, like you said, he did play in the MLB. That is a little fishy. Good for him though. If he won 25.6 mil. Good for him. I mean, a little jealous.
For him, we had the young man called the Braves over the Astros back in 2016. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Baseball sucks. It's boring. According to Aaron Goldhammer today on ESPN 850, he said we might not see baseball again for 2 years. 2 or 3 years. I'm not too sure what he means by that.
Well, there's the labor strike that could potentially happen this year. And as you know, the greedy bastards of the owners versus the players union, they want all this, that, whatever. 2 years seems like a bit of a cap to me. Maybe we don't get started till, I don't know, May, June. I don't know. But yeah, 2 years from self-proclaimed great talk show host Aaron Goldhammer. Cap.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to get into that tonight, but we do know about Aaron Goldhammer's shaky past, as well as Tony Rizzo. Gianni, why don't you again show off your new haircut?
Now that we are live.
It's hey, guess what, Ohio? It's winter again. The bearded, faded
winter.
look.
Get your buzz cuts. Long hair. It's gone. The fad's gone. I was an early man of the long hair. Back in high school, I feel like I had the long hair before everyone started to get it when it became cool. But once again, we're kind of trendsetters. By we, I mean me. And the buzz cut, we're starting the buzz cut early. It's simple as that. Everyone's got long hair now. You know what everyone doesn't have right now? Buzz cut. So we're starting it right here. Cover your balls. Buzz cut's going to be the next big haircut. And, you saw it here first.
Yep. You heard it here, folks, first. Gianni Capuano, the first man to ever have long hair and the first man to ever have a buzz cut. So
yes.
Congratulations to you.
Soldier Boy did it first, actually.
Yeah, hold on tight to that. Real quick, Mitch, again, your World Series winner for next year.
It will be, they will defeat the Los Angeles Dodgers in 6 games. And it will be the team formerly known as the Cleveland Indians / potentially the Cleveland Roller Derby team, the Cleveland Guardians / potentially the Cleveland Guardian baseball team / team to be named later because we have no idea what's going on yet.
Okay, I'm going Reds over Tigers in 7. Stick to that. And Gianni had the Dodgers. He'll be holding on to that. 7 p.m. ESPN2, Kent State Golden Flashers in their new light blue, powder blue, however you want to spin it, uniforms. They look wonderful. If you haven't seen them, versus Northern Illinois. Maction is officially back. It was back yesterday. But no big names were playing yesterday. We got Dustin Crum. We have Coach Sean Lewis. Wish I knew another player off the top of my head, but I don't. Go ahead, hammer Kent State -3. Put $20 on it. Put $2 million on it. It doesn't matter. You're not going to lose. You're only going to win. NHL, Seattle Kraken. Our Seattle Kraken.
Tough scene.
Yeah, 3-6-1. That's not great, but that's only, what? Let me do this math here. That's 10 games into the season. NHL is 82, 60, 70 game season. I'm not too sure. We're going to win tomorrow night versus the Buffalo Sabres. Hot start, but let me say
that's
this.
who we play tomorrow night?
Yeah, the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, looks like I'm winning either way.
Let me say this about the Buffalo Sabres. They're horrible. All right, they're off to a hot start, but they're the worst team in the NHL. Their ownership group is a crock of shit. They're racists. They're liars. They're misogynists. They're all the ists and icks and phobics you can think of in the book, and that's by T.J. Roward. If you are Buffalo Sabres, I don't know, representative, if you hire in the Buffalo Sabres organization, do not hire T.J. Roward. He hates your organization. I don't know if he's trying to apply for the Buffalo Sabres, but that's too bad.
I think TJ would do a phenomenal job. He knows exactly what not to do if he were to get in that position. Honestly, TJ would have my endorsement to be hired upon staff for the Buffalo Sabres, whether it's front office coach or player coach, whatever he'd like. I think TJ is the missing link to the Buffalo Sabres.
Well, good. He actually is a former employee of the Cleveland Indians. When he heard about the name change, he turned in his cap. He quit. He said, "I'm not going to stand for this."
Good for him.
It is absolutely not racist, and he'll tell you why. So that's good that he's sticking up for the Native Americans, but he's no longer a member of the Guardians.
Well, as you can see here, I obviously was not offended by the name Indians, as we still have Chief Wahoo right above your right shoulder there. I think the name change to the Cleveland Indians is a joke, and I think people need to stop being so sensitive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I disagree. That's just kind of the world we live in, and I'm not going to disagree because I don't want to be burned at the stake for something that's really, really not that serious. Let me see here. I'm trying to work my way around this.
Did we talk about what team's going to beat the Rams yet?
Which team is going to beat the Rams? Yes. It's going to be the Packers and Aaron Rodgers in the first round. Just
Not
like
with Von
last
Miller.
year, just like every year. I mean, Von Miller is one hit to his ankle away from being carted off the field forever.
Von Miller, Mike Miller. I don't care what Miller it is. Packers by 6.
Miller Light.
Miller Light.
I don't know about all that.
Miller 64.
Von Miller.
And we'll
Big
get
snap.
to that. We'll get to that in NFL talk. Right now, we're going to do a little around the globe action. Let me put on some background music. No. All right. Perfect. So not too much today. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to add from something you've heard this week, but I'll start off with this. So this is apparently it's just a rumor, and I'm sure you've seen this many times, but hashtag Poopy Pants Biden was trending. He went to Vatican City. He met with the Pope. I guess the Pope is a big anti-vaxxer. He met with Charlene Lewis Brown of Greensback, Virginia, a few months ago, but now he's meeting with Poopy Pants Biden. Apparently there was a bathroom incident in which Biden may have pooped his pants with the Pope, and of
What are we
course,
talking about?
Biden is denying this. Do you think Biden pooped his pants?
Listen, I don't discriminate against people that have trouble holding in their bowel movements. You know, some people it can be tough at times. You might just grab something that you thought was good food out there when you're at lunch with the Pope, and it might just go right through you. You know, we got to remember he's in a different country. That food might not be the same here as eating a McChicken. Shout out to Nate Rearick, who loves McChickens. So listen, if Joe Biden did poop his pants, bad look on America.
Yeah.
Terrible look on America, let's be honest there, because he represents our country. And he's over there pooping his pants. Now people over there probably think we all poop our pants, which we all have, technically.
I don't think there's any shame of it. And you gotta remember, he is in Europe. Those damn dirty Europeans, they like it if you poop your pants. And who can blame Biden? He's on 78 years old. He's doing a across the world flight in one day. I mean,
No time change screwing him up.
you gotta imagine if he actually did poop his pants. Do you think that's Do you think you can call for an impeachment if they did that? Do you think they would impeach Biden?
So like an impeachment if you do something bad as a president or you're not getting the job done. But you think somebody could call for an impeachment
Such a good.
to get him taken out for pooping his pants?
I mean, China's over there licking their chops in the corner.
You're not
America's
wrong.
leaders pooping their pants.
You're not wrong there.
At the Vatican City, the holy city, for that matter.
You know what? I think we should get it trending. Hashtag impoop Biden.
Yeah.
Impoop Biden.
Put him in a peach.
Put him in a peach?
Trump's in a peach and Biden's in a poop log, America. Who's winning? Seriously, who's winning? Mitch, when's the last time you pooped your pants?
Oh, last time I pooped my pants. Wow, that's a tough one. Do you mean full blown poop or like, one of those where, you don't think you're going to?
Turtle doesn't count.
Oh, turtle doesn't count. Okay, perfect. Oh, wow. Guys, I had to have been a long time ago. Even when I had E. coli, I didn't poop my pants. So we're going to go back to when
You
I
ever
was
wondered like
still in diapers, I guess. I don't know.
how amazing it is that like we don't poop our pants?
I speak for yourselves. I have an incident maybe once a year. Actually, I do have a good poop story. So one night I was out at the bars, and sometimes I like to stay out till 4 or 5 a.m. And I'm walking home to I'm a party guy. Well, formerly a party guy. I'm walking home to my former house on Brady Street. I believe it's 114 Brady Street, Kent, Ohio. Big yellow house. You can go stalk the people that live there now. I don't care. I actually know them, so that's okay. It's apparently haunted. So if you're into haunted stuff, go spend the night in the basement. I didn't really find it haunted, but that's not the point. I'm walking back, and all of a sudden it hits me. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta take a poop. I'm gonna poop my pants. So I started in a dead sprint. I'm going down south to Picer. If you're familiar with Kent, it's probably about a half a mile, a quarter mile that I need to go. It's not too long. About halfway, I realize I'm not making it. I'm not making it. I don't know if this is incriminating. So if it is, I'm going to say allegedly. But I had to make a business move. It was either I just defecate myself in my pants, I ruined my night. I knew it wasn't going to be solid. I'll put it that way. I pulled down my pants, I squatted in someone's yard, and I pooped in their front yard. I did it.
Honestly, respectable that you can sit up here today on episode 68 to cover your balls.
I've pooped in the woods.
I never have done that. I never have.
I mean, I pooped in public. It was...
No, that's a different level.
If it wasn't 4 a.m., I would have been arrested if there was any daylight. The next day, my friend George and we drove past the spot. We were looking for my poop. Didn't see it. I don't know if somebody cleaned it up, if it was hidden in the grass, or if it even happened. I may have imagined it. I'll tell you what, it did happen. It absolutely did happen. I pooped in their front yard. Never anything came up with it. I'm glad they didn't have a Ring doorbell camera. That could have been the most embarrassing moment of my life.
We went viral though.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you would have went viral. Now the question is, if you would have went viral, would they have still try to find you and press charges and whatnot? Or
I would have committed Hideki Matsui if I saw myself pooping on a Ring doorbell camera.
That would be amazing.
In the beloved city of Kent, Ohio.
Akron, it's okay though, because Akron's just...
Yeah, I mean, that happens every day in Akron. Not every day you see someone pooping in your front yard, especially somebody who pays rent, lives in a home, who's not homeless.
I heard all the Akron football players actually do it every day.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough poop talk. We had Biden. He fell asleep at a global warming event. Who wouldn't? Seriously, who wouldn't? He's 78 people. Leave him alone. This is elder abuse at this point. Just get him out of office, for all I have to say. Shannon Bruga. You heard of that name?
No, I've not.
Go ahead and look her up. Shannon Bruga, 47, California. She's now facing 39 charges, some felonies, some misdemeanors. So Shannon Bruga and her two sons, Shannon would throw these big, extravagant parties for young teens, supply them with alcohol, condoms.
Wait, I saw this.
Yeah.
I got it right here on my phone.
So I think she got caught about 3 weeks ago. At this point, so Shannon Bruga, by the way, not too bad looking.
She's 47.
Having these private parties, telling these teenagers don't tell your parents. She's supplying them with condoms, vodka, Fireball. All they can think about, they're partying in
39 charges.
Southern Los Angeles. Yeah, Southern Los Angeles. She rented a house in Lake Tahoe, from what I heard, and she got arrested in Idaho. So
and she was having parties in June 2020 during the pandemic. How irresponsible.
Well, that's probably what caught her.
That is extremely irresponsible. Not even the fact that she was hanging out with underage children. The fact that she would go as that far to be irresponsible and have a party with underage children.
So she's doing this in California, and she gets caught in Idaho because her and her sons moved to Idaho, and they're doing it again. So this is actually like real bad news. Like a lot of like, drunken like rape culture and sexual assault. With teenagers and especially
a lot of childhood trauma
young,
coming out of this.
yeah, a lot of childhood trauma.
First
of all, they peaked in high school. They're gonna soon realize that's some of the best days of their lives.
It's true.
But she would send these young girls, these young men, send them late night texts and Snapchats saying, "Hey, come over to my house. I've got booze," and I mean, just very, very weird stuff going on. Facing, let me look at my notes, 39 charges, funding underage orgies, encouraging children not to call for help when they had a passed out like 15-year-old who went unconscious. Weird stuff from Shannon Bruga, but I guarantee that's not the only person who's doing that out there. If you are a parent, feel free to supply your child with whatever. I don't care. It's your child. But maybe be smart about it and maybe don't do it. You don't want to be the next Shannon Bruga, who is hot. I'll be honest. If I was a young teenage boy and this mother was texting me, "Hey, come over. I've got some vodka. I've got a joint.
You're right.
And maybe you're gonna get lucky with me tonight." I'm doing it. I'm doing 100% of the time. You can't blame these young men. You gotta pray for the young women. But listen, the young men are gonna be unaffected. We're all guys. We get it. If this is happening to you, so be it. Shannon Bruga, kind of hot. Let's see right here. Kim Kardashian reportedly dating Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson.
Good for Pete.
Horsecock Pete. He is now, let the track record speak for itself.
That and a great personality.
Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, noted huge penis, and just flat out hilarious. He's living the life.
Saw somebody said that, we're not going to go there. Never mind. Better than that.
Yeah. Any, Gianni, Mitch, you got any stories, any comments?
I have a story. For the better education of the younger kids. Today, Governor DeWine passed a law in Ohio that is going to be required to all Ohio high schoolers to take a class, half credit financial literacy. It'll teach them how to avoid credit card debt, how to file taxes, and how to take out a loan, which I still don't know how to do two of those things.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
But thank God I know how to do the Pythagorean theorem, and thank God Dave Ramsey told me how to avoid debt, yet I'm still in debt because Dave Ramsey's full of shit, and he's a liar that makes money off you buying his books and his videos, okay? So cut the shit, Dave.
Wow.
Yeah. Dave Ramsey does give some good advice. I don't know what to say. If you went to college, if you lease a car, you're not listening to the advice of Dave Ramsey. I'm glad Mike DeWine did that. We need some progression in the education system. Quite frankly, half of it is useless to the teens and preteens and whatever you want to call them of Ohio, of America. It's ridiculous. We need some serious change, and that's just a start. So shout out Mike DeWine. Go ahead. If you work a hard job, you're out late at night and you want to relax, go ahead, stick an M8 to your mouth and light it. Blow yourself up because you can do that. Fireworks are illegal in Ohio, but marijuana is not. Makes sense to me. NBA talk. Here we go. Hot start for the Cavs. We play the Trailblazers tonight, 7 p.m. Trailblazers are favored by 5.5, 4.5 points. Mitch, who do you got?
Because the best player on the Cavs is out in health and safety protocols, and that would be the one and only Lauri Markkanen. I'm going to have to take the Blazers tonight. Lauri Markkanen right now, the biggest three you'll ever see in the NBA, and I mean that because he's over 7 foot tall. Cavs starting not the Twin Towers, but the Tri-Towers down low. Blazers coming in here, homecoming game for CJ McCollum. Shout out to CJ, 330 boy. I'll take the Blazers, and they cover the 5.5. But Cavs just had the best road trip since LeBron left, easily. Maybe even when LeBron was here, they always just go out west and just get drilled by terrible teams. And are the Cavs good?
Yeah, I think a culture change is afoot. You got Evan Mobley. I'm so excited for Evan Mobley. He's only 19. I believe he's 150 pounds. He gets pushed around like a twig down low, but that's only good news. He's getting like 15 points a game, 10 boards, a couple blocks, and he's 19 years old. He's 180 pounds. Just wait until we get some muscle mass on that boy, and he starts just bullying down low with Jared Allen.
Well,
it's going to be a very, very scary team.
If he wants some weight, let me know, and I'll take some of mine and give it to him.
Yeah, definitely. Not much out of the NBA. I mean, the season's young. It will heat up. All right, let's just do it. Let's start off the Band-Aid. Let's go to the NFL.
No.
Yes.
No.
Aaron Rodgers has COVID.
Yes, that's right. That's the huge development from today.
Said he was vaccinated. No, he didn't say he was vaccinated. He's immunized.
Immunized, not vaccinated. And he by immunized is technically what is what I am, because I am unvaccinated still. But
well, let me say this.
After talking to my doctor, I am immunized because I have already had not the vaccine. I've already had the virus. The antibodies that stay in your body for an extended amount of time are just as good. It's actually 95% effective against the virus again. I saw Aaron try to get more antibodies put into his body and tell the NFL that that should be a new method of vaccination. And the NFL, and I heard it was like eight different doctors all came back and said absolutely not. And so he is.
Sounds a little ridiculous.
He is. They also said he went on. Why can't I think of the name? I remember a long time ago when good cousin and former host Jordan was on here. We talked about how Aaron one day was going out hugging trees.
Yeah,
with his fiance. So it was another
big time hippie.
There was some more hippie type shit for Aaron into this whole thing. So unfortunately, it didn't work. What's weird is I think he's fine. I watched him live yesterday in the McAfee show. It looked okay. He was playing the guitar, ukulele. I don't know.
Well, as we know, and YouTube loves when you say this, COVID isn't real. Don't take the vaccine.
This episode's coming down.
I mean, YouTube, and I mean that. I do mean that. And you know what? No, COVID is real. But it's not. Listen, it's like the flu. It's not, as dangerous to some individuals as it is to others. Aaron Rodgers will be okay, but the big thing is he's going to be in the old protocol, the 10 to 14-day protocol. He's missing 2 games.
Yep, he's missing 2 games. He's missing Kansas City on Sunday and Seattle next week, but that is Russell's return. So it's not Geno Smith, Seattle Seahawks. It'll be Russell Wilson back.
He'll be back for the Rams.
So, yeah, the Rams should be shaking to the boots with him. Von Miller, Miller
Not
Lite,
Von Miller.
Mike Miller, doesn't matter. Russ Wilson
Miller
all day.
Lite's in my hands only now.
But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But lucky for the Packers, they played the second worst defense in all the NFL on Sunday, the Chiefs. So Jordan Love's about to tear it up. Picked him up in my fantasy league. My fantasy league that was so good, just absolutely unreal. And in the past 5 days, I've lost Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Robert Tonyan, Michael Thomas, who's on my bench.
What's Tonyan out with?
Torn ACL.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't play on those.
That was my diagnosis when I saw the injury live. So
Yeah. But hey, I'm excited to see Jordan Love. I'm on record in a former podcast I was on saying I think Jordan Love, bold take, I think Jordan Love is going to be the best quarterback out of that class.
Oh, yeah? Because I saw Jordan Love get exposed by Kent State in the Golden Flashes in the Frisco Tropical Smoothie Bowl.
That defense is in the NFL, though. That's the best defense I've ever seen. And guess what? He'll never have to face that again.
I mean, we bullied.
Yeah, you
We
did.
bullied Jordan Love.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. I give credit where credit's due. But I know that you brought up the Aaron Rodgers thing, but I know there's something more important we need to be talking about.
Yeah.
So let's rip the Band-Aid off. And
Ax Ballasusen brought up in the chat, he said, I'm proud of you, Gianni, and he has the LGBTQ flag. So, yeah, congrats, Gianni, and coming out. Give a... Oh. Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button there. A little round of applause.
Here's a round of applause.
I love all my gay friends.
But I think we just need to get to the point, and we need to talk about the future of a team that the future's in lingo right now, and that's
The Raiders.
the Tennessee Titans. Because
Yeah, the Raiders. That's,
why are you laughing about the Raiders, Gianni?
Never mind, I'm not laughing.
I mean, Gruden he resigned about 3 weeks ago at this
Does it look
point.
like I'm
that's-
laughing? Wasn't laughing.
I mean, he's laughing about, drunk driving,
Terrible. Let's just since he brought it up, let's just get it over with.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs, 156 miles per hour, 2 times over the legal limit.
Did you
Killed
hear
23-year-old woman. The other, I guess there's 2, 23-year-old and 22-year-old girls in the car.
He killed one, and then he killed the dog as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I've been saying he needs to go rot in jail.
I mean, let's be honest.
I don't know if you heard.
That's pretty bad.
I don't know if you heard.
Awful.
That's prison time.
Henry Ruggs III claims he was impaired from the accident, saying that he couldn't take any of the tests afterwards because he was so shaken up from going 156 miles per hour.
First of all, even if he wasn't drunk, he should still go to fucking prison. He's going 156 miles an
vehicular
hour.
manslaughter in Nevada is a misdemeanor.
Really?
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor. But I don't mean this in any positive.
If you're DUI,
I don't mean this in any positive way, shape, or form. But there was more. They found, like I said, his blood alcohol level was 0.161, twice above the legal limit. They found a loaded handgun in his car that he didn't have a permit for.
And then even if you cut his speed in half, he was still speeding.
He was still speeding. Henry Ruggs III, you, sir.
You are an idiot.
One more.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
The NFL also has a program for players, coaches,
And it's in the NFLPA.
yeah, to where you can get a ride anytime you want.
Yeah.
And the best part about this is a year ago he literally quote tweeted a girl saying how great of a safe driver he was.
I mean, it's just a shame, and I hate talking about it because a young woman, and it's always worse.
That's
it is
really
worse
sad.
if it is a woman. You know, if it's a man, it's a different story.
and a dog.
And a dog, yeah.
Like
You know,
the
it's
worst combo.
A loss of a life is sad, but if it's a man, I think it's just very different because we're all men and we're all idiots. I think that, you know, if we take another man's life, it's like, you know what? This just kind of happens. It's a man's world. It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Have you taken a man's life?
Not yet. Not yet. I don't plan on it. But I would count it out after this week. Henry Ruggs, that's too bad, going 156 in his nice Corvette. I think it's totaled. I'm not too sure. I would have to check the Carfax on that one.
I'm gonna have to, if I'm going out on a limb.
If you have him in your keeper league, I wouldn't cut him just yet. It's maybe stash and store down the line.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
quick
There's been plenty of murderers in the NFL, so there's always a chance.
Yeah,
there is always a chance, but I think this one's gonna be a little different. Also, quick shout out to Nate Malou, who tried to trade Henry Ruggs III after this all happened. So, somebody would slip up. Unfortunately, in our other league, nobody slipped up and took him. But a valiant effort by Nate Malou to try to trade Henry Ruggs.
That is valiant.
I give him credit.
I actually almost traded for him recently. I'm glad I didn't. Actually, instead of OUT under his name, it says DUI. So good for him. What else in the NFL? I don't really see much going on.
Derrick Henry broke his foot.
Yes.
However,
Jones fracture.
I would like to say that, to my knowledge, Derrick broke his foot and did not finish the game. Unlike somebody I know that broke their foot and finished the game, that would be me. I would just like to say, therefore, I have bigger balls than Derrick Henry. It's as simple as that. Derrick Henry's a bitch. He didn't finish the game Sunday against the Colts, and because of that, they went into overtime. He risked more injury to his team because of that, and just look.
Titan season is over now.
They actually said he probably will be back, and because they play in the worst division in football, I think they're going to be A-okay.
I think they'll be okay.
I mean, the Colts are next
They
up. I
still
think
got
they have 3
A.J.
wins.
Brown and Julio Jones, and they have, they have Adrian Peterson back in the mix.
Top 5.
Back in the mix. And he's bringing his Switch with him. That's his Nintendo Switch.
Okay, good.
Not the Switch he used in the past. I don't believe he beat his son, but I don't know.
No, he definitely beat his.
That was sad that his son died. Let's not forget
What?
Adrian Peterson's son died.
He didn't die.
Die?
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, his son most definitely did die.
I don't think that's
I gotta
right.
fact check this now.
You can fact check it all you want. A few years ago, Adrian Peterson's son died. If you're in the chat right now, let's just get R.I.P. AP's son.
No,
definitely not dead.
don't spread fake news.
I'm not spreading fake news. I already said don't take the vaccine. I'm vaccinated. Yeah, he lost his 2-year-old son. that he never met.
Yeah, not the one he beat. You made it sound like he beat his one son till he died. He bet his 2-year-old son that he never met passed away.
Because he was beat.
No,
I'm pretty
that's
sure.
not, no.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Well, that's too bad for Adrian Peterson. It's good to have him back in the league. I'm a huge AD. That's AP all day for use at home. Number 28, Minnesota Vikings. Justin Trudeau in the chat says Mitch is greater than Derrick Henry all day, every day.
It's Truex.
That's yes, Justin Truex. Great to see that he's he threw away that 1 month coin pretty quickly. He's back with Larry A. And let's move on. Let's get it off. I mean, OBJ.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Baker, Freddie Kitchens. It feels like Freddie Kitchens and John Dorsey are back at the helm. We've got OBJ Sr. posting clips. I mean, OBJ is no longer with the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if they're going to cut him. I don't know if they're just going to stash and store him, which it kind of seems like they're going to do.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what's going to
And
happen.
I don't really blame them. I wouldn't want him going anywhere else either.
No.
But I wouldn't want him with the team. I mean, he clearly...
He needs to get lost. Not get lost, but he's not a fit here. Anybody that thinks that Baker's the issue, did they not watch the 8 regular season games and the 2 playoff games last year when Odell didn't play, or the first 2 games this year when Odell didn't play?
Right.
Where Baker has looked what we expect him to be, and then all of a sudden, sure, yeah, he tears his labrum. I know we're playing with quarterback with one arm. Okay, I get it. All right,
but why not just trade him to New Orleans then?
I don't know, because I'm sure because it went like this. Hey, we want Odell. Okay, what are you going to give us? A 5th rounder? Okay, cool. You pay $10 million of his remaining 15. No. And now, if we cut him, we're going to pay all $15 million. I think his agents met today, and they're going to buy him out for 8 or something. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Okay. So you think they're just in talks with? Okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess he is. I mean, it's sad. I remember the night that we traded for Odell Beckham Jr.
I loved that night.
I mean, it was like LeBron James came back to Cleveland. It was like, holy shit, like this is going to be awesome, and it's just been an absolute disaster.
I was driving back to school. I was down here for some reason.
Disaster.
Actually, hold on. No, that was not the same night. That was a different night. I'm sorry. No, I remember driving up to Cleveland and getting a alert on my phone. And unfortunately, it was one of the few times I looked at my phone while driving. Don't text and drive, kids, and don't drink and drive. But
that was the same night that you struck and never mind.
No. I've been in one car accident. It was last year. It wasn't my fault. So I don't know what you're talking about. You said struck something.
Struck out at the bars, I was going to say.
No, I was driving back to my...
and murdered a woman.
I was driving back to my Acacia house in Cleveland as a junior in college, where I lived with a good friend of the show, Nate Rick. You, Nate. But either way...
Rest in peace. Duke.
Okay. Duke and Lucy.
Oh.
Yeah, the other one, too.
It's too bad.
This way. Either way, I called my dad. I called my cousin. I thought we were winning the Super Bowl. We hired Freddie Kitchens as a coach.
Yes.
The first clown move we could ever done. Listen, Odell was a tremendous athlete, was a tremendous wide receiver. He is not that anymore.
Man, we got dogs.
He is not a dog. He's just simply not a dog.
I'm just going to say it like it is. That was a shit show.
And it was a shit show. You're absolutely right. We tried it didn't work. There's no shame in saying that you tried and didn't work, right? Like a relationship. You try it didn't work. Rather you try and didn't work than never wonder at all.
Well, this is what's basically been going on the past 2 days. This has turned into a messy divorce. You've got Emily Mayfield's weighing in. You've got OBJ Sr. is posting an 11-minute video. When the families start fighting, right, it starts off as just you and your spouse. Everything's lovely. It's great. You're in Montana together. You're in Lake Travis. You and the boys are having a great time.
Celebrity softball game.
Things start going wrong. All of a sudden, your mother-in-law starts chirping. Your father-in-law starts chirping. They start chirping each other. It's like, all right, let's get divorced. And unfortunately, that's what it's come to. Again, I don't know why we didn't trade OBJ.
He obviously wanted out of here.
Anything though, like with this, I don't know. With our front office, I think they would value a 5th rounder. We're not going to get anything for him.
Rumors were we weren't going to get more than a 6th rounder. I have some friends out there that thought, oh, we should trade him for a 2nd or 3rd rounder. Yeah, maybe if the year was 2014.
Yeah, I couldn't believe some things. People are like, yeah, it's time. Let's trade him. I'm like, are you dumb? We're going to get a box of peanuts for him, if that.
You might get.
I'm not sure he'd pass a physical.
I don't think he will. That's the thing. We got to remember he's playing hurt. He's hurt every year. Once the injuries start for somebody like that, where you get hit every time,
messy.
They don't stop. Like, I loved Odell. I wanted it to work so bad. I wanted him and Baker to be what Allen and Diggs are.
Yeah.
Or to be what
Stafford and Coop.
No, because no.
Are you kidding?
Historic
year.
No. I've seen
on pace to break records.
I've seen better years.
Moss and Brady.
Not Tom Brady. Moss and whoever's quarterback was in Minnesota. Dante Culpepper. I wanted it to be
Rest in
that.
peace.
No one knows who that is.
I wanted it to be Stafford and Megatron. Just elite quarterback and wide receiver play.
That worked out well.
Megatron's a Hall of Famer. So, and it turns out that we traded for the second coming of Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad that this whole thing is over. It just got pretty clear to me. Who knows? Baker has a lot of pressure now this Sunday. He sounded very pissed off in his presser, rightfully so.
All I gotta say.
Sounded pretty hurt. He got backstabbed.
All I gotta say. 3 words. Told you so. I've been saying it over and over. Before the year started, when the year was going, did I not say it all the time? I said, I love the Browns. The Browns, I think, are going to be really, really good. The only thing I have against the Browns is Odell. I've been saying that since the beginning of the year. Both of you guys know that. Anyone who's been watching the pod for a while knows that I've been saying Odell's the only problem with this team if there's going to be a problem. And look what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's like, it's such a shit show. And we saw it last year. Like, we literally, the Browns did so good after OBJ was hurt.
But to that point, it was also the fair point of it was Baker's 3rd or 4th coach in 4 seasons.
Yeah, but it happened like the play after he got hurt.
Trust me, I agree. He broke the
I think he threw another pick right after that, and then that was it.
Literally.
And then he broke the most completions in a row in NFL, like 25
the
in a row.
level of play from when he was on the from when he was on the field to off the field was literally day and night. Like it couldn't be like you couldn't look at that and be like, oh, that's just a coincidence.
And it was again this year too. He didn't play the first 2 games of the year. Kansas City, that offense was exactly where it picked up. And Houston, it was until Baker, also Anthony Schwartz cut off his route like a dumbass rookie.
OBJ came back, and now
Baker made a tackle.
Now it's shit.
Chicago, he came back, and the offense has been thrown off. Look, there's no excuse. I am the biggest Baker Mayfield stan there is. I have said it since day one. He is my quarterback. I bought his jersey the second we drafted him. He has been bad this year. Now, part of that is because I don't know too many quarterbacks can play with one arm in the NFL. I think that's pretty fair.
You watch this game. I bet he has a huge game.
I won't say that because you still have to remember he has one arm.
I don't care.
Odell Beckham Jr. being gone has nothing to do with the fact that Baker Mayfield is a completely torn labrum and a bone fracture.
You watch this week. He's gonna have a good game.
I hope he does because guess what team we're playing, and guess what team he always balls out against unless Odell's on the field, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
It's Baker's. This is Baker's magic elixir, and maybe Odell doesn't play this game, and if Baker goes out there and balls out, then he's cut. But if Baker goes out there and they still suck, then it might become okay. Now what?
Well, he's not going to play again with the Browns.
I don't know because I think if they would have cut
done.
If he was going to get cut, he would be cut already.
No way he's playing, man.
They
There's
met him.
No
they
way.
met today. If he was going to get cut, he'd be cut already.
What's the point of keeping him out of practice and then, don't if you're going to see, you're going to put him on IR like.
Shout out to Zone K Dog in the chat.
We'll talk about Zone K Dog's fantasy football winner here soon.
Yeah,
but don't like all the other people out there. The Baker haters. Shout out Tyler Egan, who literally Baker Mayfield. All the commercials he's in. He owns more space in Tyler Egan's head rent free than he has progressive commercials. And that's a good amount. It's actually incredible how much I get from Tyler Egan. But
listen, the fact of the matter is that Baker has all the pressure in the world on his shoulders right now.
Yeah.
Go out and prove it. And I get it. Baker's going to be back next year regardless.
Exactly.
You can't give up your quarterback over a wide receiver who's not even
if
past his prime.
If we give up Baker Mayfield, who are we getting? Because I'm going to tell you right now, my gut, Aaron Rodgers is not leaving Green Bay. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is leaving Green Bay. The Seattle Seahawks, it says, are taking absolutely no calls on Russell Wilson. What, you want to go trade for Deshaun Watson, who's got 20? Him and what's her face?
Shannon Brugger.
Him and Shannon Brugger are going to be making good friends in jail. They're going to have 60
and Henry Ruggs.
61 cases apparent between them both.
Yeah.
The 39 and the 22 sexual assault allegations.
She has more charges than Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, and then technically, wouldn't Watson too? Maybe, kind of, sort of, 22. I don't know, but either way, Baker's back next year. Like, I don't know what people. Do you want to go draft Sam Howell?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of. I mean, people just, prematurely, and Bakers have had his haters, and they've had their heyday this year. But now that Odell's gone, I am excited to see the offense again. I don't know. It's night and day, and you can't really deny it. There's a Baker before OBJ, and there's Baker with OBJ, Baker after OBJ gets hurt, and then
now we're gonna see
Baker after OBJ gets back. So now OBJ's gone for good.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Well, OBJ's done, right? Okay. I think he should be done. I think he should be off this team. Yes. I think he should have been off this team
as quick as possible.
He should have been off this team this morning. Actually, he should have been off it yesterday before the deadline.
As soon as the video came out.
As soon as the video came out, and as soon as LeBron James was tweeting from his couch in LA.
Which is also ridiculous. I mean, he started that fire, basically.
This is orchestrated by Odell. And that's the thing. If it wasn't orchestrated by Odell, why hasn't he come out and spoke about it yet? Why hasn't he come out on Twitter? He loves social media. Him and Jarvis love posting those hype videos, and then Jarvis goes and drops 3 passes and fumbles, and Odell drops passes on 4th and 1 that hit him in the worst spot, which is the hands. What? He would have come out and denied it if it's not true. You know what I mean? Like, he has not said a word yet. So my whole thing is, when we cut him, because he should be cut, and he goes to another team, and he sucks, but Baker continues to struggle this year, are you going to say, okay, Baker's struggling because of the injury? Or are you going to say, no, but didn't matter, Baker sucks, Odell sucks, scratch it?
I think it's just going to be messy. It's going to be a messy cleanup regardless. Look, we did what we needed to do. I'm very glad it happened. Football is all about business. It would have been great to have OBJ and Baker work out well, for it to have a fairy tale ending, but clearly that was always out of the cards. It was obvious, and 5 games into OBJ's tenure that it was not going to work out. I don't think he ever wanted to be here. Who could blame him?
I don't think that's true.
No,
he never wanted to be
24 years
here.
old. Star of New York City. Yeah. All of a sudden, he gets shipped off to Cleveland.
The only
they
big
had a
change.
lot of hype around him, and they had a lot of potential, though. So, I feel like to an extent, I don't think he dreaded being in Cleveland the whole time. But
because his best friend was here. That's the only reason he didn't.
I think he really grew up. I give all the props to OBJ. He really never showed an ounce of throwing a tantrum or whatever. I mean, he was seemingly a good leader.
He's just throwing the tantrum off.
Maybe he wasn't
offline.
I mean, he's frustrated. I could blame him.
I'd be frustrated too. I mean, listen, the Minnesota game, you had three balls that were
both to blame.
Awfully. I think there's 3 people to blame.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Stefanski's just as.
Stefanski's on my shit list. I'm looking at him with a side eye. First of all, what's up with the team discipline? It's awful.
I can tell you what's happening with that.
A lot of penalties.
Yeah, you know why? Because nobody on the team fucking practices. Because we have 23 guys in the injury report every week. And then you have all these backups practicing with the other guys that can practice. And then you get in a game and you got your running backs making false starts. Rashard Higgins, who's been in the offense now for 3 years, making a false. It's just
I've watched most of the Browns
practicing.
games. I've watched most of the Browns games, and man, do they make a lot of penalties. It's a problem.
It's
you can't win games with that many penalties. It's that and turnovers. You can't win games with that many penalties.
Yeah. So you know what? We're on to Cincinnati. That's really all I have to say. I'm sick and tired of Browns talk.
I have one question.
I was off OBJ.
What's the question?
I was cursing at King James, and I was back on OBJ after 4 p.m. I'm like, yeah, this is our dog, ride or die, 3 touchdowns. Now again today, I'm like, to hell with OBJ, to hell with King James, to hell with OBJ Senior. This is Cleveland. This is the Browns. We're riding forward. And that's all I'm going to be on Cincinnati.
What's your adjusted win total?
My adjusted win total? Let's see.
Four and four right now. 9 left.
4-4. I marked me down for 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, 8-4, bye week, 9-4, 10-4, 10-5, 10-6, 10-7. You know what? I don't know. Give me 10-7. I do think. We'll get a win against the Lions. I hope. I do think we're gonna split against the Ravens. I think we got one. I think we got one against the Bengals. I do think we'll beat the Raiders. The Raiders do not scare me as much anymore. I see Zone K-Dog in the chat. He picked up Henry Ruggs. Good for you, Zone K-Dog. He only killed a woman.
Bishop.
Yeah, he killed a woman.
Yeah, but he did say he wasn't sure why Ruggs was dropped in his fantasy league.
Okay.
So he picked him up.
So maybe,
Zone K-Dog. Henry Ruggs murdered a woman with his vehicle.
And a dog.
Not intentionally. And a dog. So I don't know, K-Dog, if you're in a keeper league or if you were on earlier. But I was stashed in store Henry Ruggs. He could be back later this season. We don't know. Nothing is official. He was dropped by the Las Vegas Raiders. Dylan Windler is playing tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What?
He has 8 points. Three for 4.
Second
2
quarter?
for 2 from 3. Second quarter.
All right, he'll be hurt.
So we'll catch
mid-fourth.
that. Cody Zeller misses a shot. He's bounced around the league. A true trailblazer, if you will. I'll tell you what, 10-7.
What do you got, Mitch? What's the record?
We're 4-4 right now. I will upgrade that. And we have 17 games this year, right?
17. Yeah.
I'm gonna up my adjusted win total now is going to be 5-12. I'm not ever going to be optimistic anymore. Last time I was optimistic was 2019, and we sucked.
And this year?
Last year, I literally said the Browns were going 4-12 last year. Look what happens. I was negative every single game. I'm done being positive because it gets me nowhere as a Browns fan. Every single year I'm positive, they just continue to hurt me. So this team sucks. This organization sucks. We're going 5-12 this year. Let's tank for a pick. Let's draft Chris Olave. Get Odell Beckham. I'll drive Odell right now out of here. I'll take him wherever he wants, except for Vegas. Or that's not a good spot right now. But I will take Odell wherever he wants. This team is destined for losing. We're going to finish last in the division. We're going to finish like 4th in the AFC behind the Jags and the Texans and the Jets.
You're an idiot.
The Jets would beat us right now.
That's ridiculous talk. Look, we still have Nick Chubb.
61 yards on Sunday against a 4-man front.
I don't know. We don't look great. Do we win this Sunday?
No. There's too much shit going on right now. There's
No.
too much in the locker room. You have half the locker room liking Odell Beckham
It's going to be a
Sr.'s
tough one.
Odell Beckham Sr.'s video. You have Jarvis Landry caught in the middle of his quarterback and his best friend. You got Hollywood Higgins, who accidentally liked some of the tweets.
I don't know what Higgins is doing liking anything. He's supposed to be Baker's guy. We'll see. We're going to see this Sunday. You can speculate all you want. You can use your magnifying glass and stare at Instagram like most of you do with your lives. And you can say who likes what and who likes this. But I'll tell you what, we're going to leave it all out on the field, and we're going to win. We're going to beat the Bengals, God damn it. Who cares about Odell Beckham Jr.?
It'll be close, though.
I don't. He's out of my mind. It's going to be a close game. I really
What's
don't
the
think the
spread on
Bengals
that
are all
game?
that. It's down now to plus 2.5 for the Browns. It opened up at 3.5. So that's good.
I
That's
like
good
those
news.
odds if you're betting on the Bengals.
Yeah.
minus 3, you said, for the
No,
Bengals?
2.5.
minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5.
Yeah.
That's. Oh no, the Browns are guaranteed to lose this week.
Oh.
Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are doing the game.
Yeah.
Browns have never won a game when they broadcast as a.
I mean,
thing. They're 0-6 now.
I'm not rooting against the Browns. Hammer, and I mean hammer, that Bengals. I mean, he just muted me because he didn't want to hear it. But, Sam, can you not deny, even you as a Browns fan,
That's
would
it.
hammer that
Well-
Bengals plus 2.5? Are you serious?
So what it is that's a trap line. this is what happens when a team fires their head coach. Is you got to bet with that team because you got to bet with the interim coach. He's going to fire up that team for a win. No, I don't know. Maybe this locker room stuff is too much. These are professionals. These are adult men. I really hope they're not too concerned with what's going on Instagram. Now, Baker Mayfield's just one of those guys that if you piss him off enough, if you give him that chip, he might destroy you. He's kind of a psychopath.
And I can see that, but if all of his wide receivers are pissed off,
yeah, I don't know if they are.
It's going to be
pissed
tough.
off,
It's
though.
going to be a really tough win, I think.
We're
going to see what Baker's made of this game.
Yeah, we're going to see what
He's going to
Baker's
be
made
hurt
of.
against the odds. We're going to really see what he's made of this game.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Sunday. I wouldn't be if Odell was still on the team. But hey, we're on to Cincinnati. If the Browns lose this game, I wouldn't be surprised if Baker goes on IR. If we start putting a lot of our guys, and I don't know what we'll do. It's going to suck, but yeah, I don't know.
Rams are looking great, though.
Yeah, Rams are looking good. It'd be a
They're
real
looking
shame
Super Bowl
if,
down.
It would just be awful if Cooper Kupp tore his ACL. I would hate to see that. Jeez. I really would.
That would be more targets for Robert Woods for me in fantasy.
Yeah, that would be great.
I
Cooper
just,
Kupp,
I just want to
Best wide receiver this year so far.
I just want to say that you and I are doing a fantastic job. Someone has to hold down the back of the fantasy standings, and you and I right now sit at 11th and 10th in the standings. So I just want to say that we're absolutely crushing
He's
it.
12th.
Johns, he has one win.
That's nothing to hang your hat on.
No. We both have multiple wins. However, we do need to address it. We talked about it last week. You are coming off a rivalry week. Dare update the fans.
Loss?
Yeah, I'm 6-2 in one of my other leagues, and I'm 3-2 in I don't know the other league. 2 huge games this week for both of my fantasy teams. One to secure first place, and one to beat my longtime rival. Neither team put up 100.
Yikes.
Devontae
shit the bed
Adams
for
was
ya?
out. Well, Derrick Henry is now hurt. He's gone. I can't believe I only put Jalen Hurts didn't do anything. So Kyler Murray had a horrible game. Mm-hmm. This is when I played Big Mike Balla. DeAndre Swift didn't do anything at all. Chuba Hubbard had maybe 3 points.
No, he had more than your quarterback, your running back 1, your tight end, your flex, your defense, and your kicker. He had 14 for you.
I'll tell you what, I had Higbee. Higbee, biggest disappointment of the year. If I were the Rams, I would cut Higbee now. The guy's awful.
Why is that?
Because he sucks.
No.
I think
Higbee's
my
a good
defense
tight end.
was that my defense the highest scoring player I had this week with 12?
No, you had 2 wide receivers. But yeah, your defense was your 4th highest score.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson took over, and the last play of the game against the Browns, he basically got 6 points, 6.5. James Conner, I wouldn't have won this week no matter how I played it. My team shit the bed. I need Devontae Adams. I need. Look, I lost Gus Edwards. That's tough. I need to do something in that league. I don't know if I'll even make the playoffs.
Oh, I think you and I are destined right now as you're 3-5. I'm 2-6. John's 1-7. We are.
I'm not worried about being in last place. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but the bottom 4 are going to be. Remember, we don't want to finish last out of the bottom 4, and when we start playing in the playoffs. So.
Yeah, you know what? I really liked my team at the beginning of the season. I don't really have much to say. It's been a really tough week. All this drama, and you have people falling in and out of love. It's reminding me a lot of my former relationships.
That one hits hard.
Yeah, I started DMing all of my ex-girlfriends after Odell was cut, and I said, you know what, let's give this a shot. We can do it. Now I'm blocked by all of them. So.
Shame on them for blocking you. That's just extremely immature.
Everybody hurts.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
If you block people nowadays, it's extremely immature. You can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
I will give OBJ Senior props. Unbelievable song choice to use. Everybody Hurts. Shout out to Kevin Miller, my main man at LRG. We were jamming Everybody Hurts in the truck today, followed by November Rain. followed by Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Really
by
going through it
Poison.
today,
So
then, huh?
yeah, listen. Cold weather is back. So is my seasonal depression. It's cold. I'm sad, and the Browns are doing awful. On top of them,
Can't say I'm the same.
I am. I'm at a crossroads in life. But hey, you know what?
Fall.
The Cavaliers.
Fall, nice, nice cool weather, apple picking weather. I love the fall. Birthdays in the fall.
This is not fall right now. I understand that it
No,
might
this
be
is fall.
on the calendar. It might read fall, but 31 degrees is not fall weather.
No,
No, it's not 31.
It
it
was,
was
30,
sunny today. It was nice.
It was
nice
31
today.
this morning when I went to the gym.
Okay,
That's
this
not-
morning. I mean, you can't base it
11
off the morning.
11 a.m. It was still 34.
You can't base it off the morning. All I'm saying, fall weather. Fall's my favorite season. Rams are doing fantastic. Only one loss, and
Well, it's nighttime.
it's nighttime. Mitch, calm yourself. He's looking over there showing his phone.
When can it be? You said it can't be the morning
During
doesn't
the
count.
day. During the day. When it's fall, during the fall, it's cold, and it's cold during the morning and at night. Anyway, as I was saying, the Rams are looking phenomenal. They just made another huge move. My dick's been throbbing all week. It's been amazing. I don't want to rub it in or anything, but my Rams
Only rubbing
are
it
looking
out.
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, congrats
Actually, no,
to Gianni.
but yeah, it's just throbbing, not rubbing, because it is No Nut November, and yeah.
Yeah, I will not be participating in No Nut November. I have been thinking about maybe shaving my
No
mustache.
shave?
I'm not shaving. I'm participating.
I might. I'm also thinking about also just shaving my head. Moving up to Cleveland soon, so starting my November cut. I'm gonna try to drop 15 pounds in a month.
Woo.
We'll see how that goes.
Go, baby.
I've done it before. Yeah, that's all I've got today.
You gonna try out? You
any
gonna
lasting
try out
comments?
for the Browns?
No. The hell with the Browns.
New wide receiver?
Any lasting comments from you or Mitch?
Mitch.
Other than the fact that the Browns are back to being the same old Browns, want to give a quick shout out to all the people out in the state of Ohio that are talking shit about the high school football playoffs that said 16 teams in one region is too much. I would like you to tell that to the 16 seed, the first ever 16 seed, to knock off a number 1 seed in the Ohio high school football playoffs that happened last weekend when they beat the number 1 seed. I think it was Bellevue, 23-22. So all you people out there saying it would never happen, it happened the first weekend in the history of the Ohio high school playoffs being 16. So up yours. I go to Ursuline Friday. I have Salem at Ursuline. It's a 3 versus 6 seed. Winner goes
Should
to
be a good
the
game.
Yeah, it should be. Winner goes to the Sweet 16.
Whew.
So it's
Wow.
like
It might be too many games though, because we got to protect these players. Hashtag protect the players.
Hashtag protect the players. Hashtag
Let's play more football.
yeah. Honestly, no. Kid, you know what you sign up for? Let's play. Other than
It's
that,
already a short season as it is.
oh,
High school
shout
football's
out to
too
the
short.
Buckeyes. College football playoff came out last
Oh,
night.
yeah. Wait, I want to
Sucks.
talk about that.
Yes.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll just start. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. If you're an Oklahoma fan, you told you your team sucked. You're
Boomer
eighth. You
sooner.
suck.
You know, that was the one thing I really enjoyed because, for the past 20 years, they'd be the number 2 automatically just because they're undefeated and because they're Oklahoma. But finally, someone took their head out of their ass and like, wait a second. Oklahoma
They suck.
kind of sucks. Yeah. They've gotten really, really lucky, and they don't even deserve to be in the top 7.
Well, it was that and the fact they heard
Not the
about
top 7.
They heard about the extremely just vulgar and indecent and just terrible fan they have out there in Oklahoma, Noah.
Yes.
That's another reason they held him out of the polls or
Yeah.
put him back to 8. I mean, you're behind Jim Harbaugh. Therefore, Harbaugh owns Oklahoma, and Harbaugh doesn't really own anything. He doesn't even
Yeah.
own his own state. Everybody knew Georgia was going to be 1. What'd you make of Bama being 2?
Disappointed.
It's sad.
Not surprised.
Sad. I
I
can't say
am.
I'm surprised.
I am surprised.
I guess I am surprised too, but I feel like to me, I was seeing things on Twitter and it's just kind of ridiculous. And it's like I saw something on Twitter. Alabama would be in the same exact position if they didn't lose.
Exactly. So,
They would still be number 2 if they didn't lose, if they were undefeated right now. And even if you're telling me they lose one game and they're
Doesn't
still the
even
same
matter.
seed,
And
like it doesn't.
They lost to Texas A&M, who
Yes.
lost 2 games in a row. They barely beat Florida. They struggled with Tennessee. Like they don't look good. I mean, I don't know who I would have put it to. I just think it's a joke that they're there because now I think it just sets them up for if they lose by a point in the SEC championship game, they're still getting in. I think that's what it's set up for. They want 2 SEC teams in there again.
And first of all, the real test will be if Georgia beats Alabama.
I think Georgia will.
Worst case scenario
Because
is
if Alabama
beats
still
Georgia.
gets in with 2 losses,
It's only ever
there's
happened
no
once.
way,
It's only
right?
ever happened one time.
Well, I think with these rankings, they're really now setting up for an 18 playoff or at least a 16 playoff. That's what it really feels like. I'm disappointed for Cincinnati. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Listen, of
it's
Cincinnati.
like weird. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on that.
But if they played Ohio State, they would lose.
Oh, absolutely.
And if they played any team in the top 4, they would get mollywopped.
I think they could beat Oregon.
I do too.
I think they could beat Michigan State.
Michigan State would be tough, but I think
They'd
give
be
them a
tough.
game.
But I
They'd
think
give them a game.
they give them a game. I don't think they could beat Bama, and I don't think they could beat Georgia. But listen, it's Cincinnati. It's cute. It's a fairy tale. I know listener Justin Johnson wants to see him do well. But hey, the Bearcats
Question.
suck.
Question. Do you think it's better for Cincinnati to say, well, we got robbed, we got gypped, we should have been in the playoffs, all this stuff, or for them to actually make the playoffs and then just get destroyed in the first round?
I'd rather make the playoffs.
I'd make
10
playoffs
times out of 10, yeah.
because then you also get a big payday in your athletic department. You get a
That's
ton
fair.
of money, going to those games.
And that's just great for your program.
Yep, and you'd be the first non-Power 5 team to.
And I will say, I think it would be super freaking cool if 2 Ohio teams were in the college football. Like, how cool would that be?
Right.
If 2 Ohio teams were in. When's the last? Has that ever happened?
It's never happened.
Like, you know how hard that is? Like, to have 2.
Unless
in
Alabama and
the same
Auburn
state.
both made it. I don't think they did.
No, I don't think Auburn's ever made it. My whole thing is for Cincinnati, they're going to have to hope for complete chaos, and they're going to have to win convincingly. The reason they're 6 is because their last 2 wins have been dog shit wins. A one-win Navy team you beat by 7, and you struggle with Tulane last week by what?
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't. Now here's what I'll say. Ohio State's in if they win out. Ohio
Yes,
State wins out,
for
they
sure.
will be beaten.
For
7
sure.
Michigan, 4
And
seed
Michigan
Michigan
State.
State, and
3 seed
or
now,
3
but-
seed. And as it appears, they might play Minnesota again, who right now is ranked in the top 25. Because that's who's probably coming out of the West. All of a sudden, they have 2 losses.
Or Wisconsin.
Wisconsin has 3 losses.
We'll see. I mean, Minnesota lost.
I
to
mean, yeah,
Bowling
Ohio
Green.
State 100% gets in
If they went out,
if
correct.
they win out.
But if you're Cincinnati, you'd have
There's
to hope.
no chance unless everyone loses.
You'd have to hope Ohio State beats Michigan State, Michigan, and then loses in the Big Ten championship game. You'd have to hope Alabama gets blown out by Georgia. You'd probably have to hope Oregon slips up again somewhere.
You'd have to hope Michigan State loses twice. Because a 1-loss Michigan State gets in.
Well, no, because if Ohio State beats Michigan State, they won't get to go play in a Big Ten championship. That's why they're rooting for Ohio State. They're rooting for Ohio State to win the rest of the Big Ten regular season and then get upset in the Big Ten championship. Because Cincinnati,
you're right.
Cincinnati
you're right.
will still win their conference. They have a conference championship game somewhere, whether it's against
It'll be against Memphis.
Memphis or
Tulane.
Middle Tennessee or
Something.
or
Kent.
ITT Technical Institute, Online Phoenix
And
maybe.
Cincinnati needs to get into a better conference. That's what it comes down
Yes.
to, and they'll
Because
know,
if they had a better resume, they
play better
be in the
opponents.
playoffs.
Congratulations, you beat Notre Dame. You beat Indiana.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Notre Dame's 10.
Yeah,
Complete
that's
joke.
it.
and Indiana is a joke too.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, they are a joke / they've been hurt a lot this year. I mean, they're very, very depleted.
Yeah. And hey, it's only week 8, week 9, week 10, even I don't know.
College football is gonna be exciting this year, man.
It's
NFL and college football it's been great years for football this year. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, great year for football. We're excited to get some. So let's get going here. Any lasting comments? Anything at all?
I think Mitch already gave his lasting comments. I guess I'll give mine. Thanks for everyone tuned in today. I'm gonna go watch the new movie Dune tonight. I'm excited to see it and go Rams, baby. Super Bowl bound. Never been more confident in my Rams. We're Super Bowl bound. McVay is just a gunslinger of a coach. He goes and gets what he wants, and we're gonna get that Super Bowl ring, baby.
All right. Well, special shout out. Thank you to Joe Biden. Thank you to Shannon Bruga. Thank you to Kardashian, Pete Davidson. Go Kraken, go Cavs,
Flashes.
go Browns, go Flashes, go Braves, go Guardians. And let's go humanity. You know what? Go out there and do something nice for your neighbor. And try not to drive 156 miles per hour down the street. That would help out a lot.
Yeah, that would.
Thanks for tuning in.
Guess what episode's next?
Yeah, episode 69 is next, so look forward to that. I know Zone K-Dog has had that marked down, circled on his calendar now for weeks. But hey, yeah, happy Wednesday. All right.